Magic the Gathering players, this is Andy Tishordo, and today I'm going to be doing the rest of Ixalan spoilers, the rest of the set. So I'm just going to, start into it. A lot of these cards I'm just going to, some of them are going to be limited bombs, and a lot of you can't figure that out, so I'll just, breeze over them. If it's a reprint, like Demystify here, I'm just going to be like, Demystify, next. So, we got Bishop Soldier, 2-mana, 2/2 lifelink. Just a vanilla bear with lifelink. It's not much. Limited. Unless you can actually make a decent mono white vampire deck. Like you can make a... what was that other tribe? Mono white. Mono green merfolk. That's what it'd be. If you can make a mono green merfolk, you can make a mono white vampire deck. It's kind of crazy. Bright Reprisal. Destroy target attacking creature for 5 mana, and then you draw a card. It's a limited card. It's too slow. Demystify. Next. Destroy target enchantment. Next. Encampment Keeper. 1 mana, 1/1 first strike. And then you pay 8 mana, tap this, sacrifice it. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Honestly, Honestly, this is a card that's definitely a limited card, especially if you run out of mana and you want to get in with a bunch of, bigger creatures. Outside of that, it's horrible. 5 mana for a 4/4 vampire. You pay 2 to give it flying, or you pay 2 to give it vigilance until end of turn. I would have liked to see, like flying vigilance, I would have liked to see the third option and pay 2 life to give it lifelink. Just for the fun of it. And you attack, and the next turn you could do it again. Get your life back. But of course they didn't do that. If you have a way of giving this lifelink, then that 2 life is, you've only gained 2, basically, that turn. Unless you've also pumped the vampire. The 4 mana Imperial Orisar. Flying, when it enters battlefield, another target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains flying until end of turn. Just another little pumper. It's a limited, and as well as commander playable. Inspiring Cleric, 3 mana, 3/2, enters battlefield, you gain 4 life. That's not too bad. Like, we have a 2 mana, 2/1 that enters and gains 4 life, so we got another little cleric that does something similar. So, Legion's Judgment, 3 mana, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It's limited bomb for sure. A lot of these are going to be limited, so I'm not going to say too much. But some of them are not too bad. Paladin of Bloodstained, 4 mana, 3/2, enters battlefield. Create a 1/1 white vampire with lifelink. Yeah, it comes in with 4 toughness, so that's not bad. But 2 different bodies. Now, if this Paladin also had lifelink and maybe first strike lifelink, it would have definitely been an uncommon. Pios Interdiction. 4 mana enchantment, enters battlefield, gain 2 life, and then it pacifies something. It's just a 4 mana pacifism. There's another version of this somewhere. Face Fetters, that's what it was. You gain 4 life, but Face Fetters is obviously a heck of a lot better. Way better. They could have just reprinted Face Fetters in this spot. Easily put Face Fetters. And it would have been a whole lot better. The next one, 4 mana, 3/3, has flying as long as you control a dinosaur. Just one of those little vanilla, it's a vanilla creature unless you have a dinosaur. Then you have a 3 mana Sorcery Queen's Commission. Creates 2 1/1 white vampire creatures with lifelink. So, yeah, it's not too bad. It's one of your... it's like almost in every set where there's like a tribe that needs, a white tribe that needs a way of throwing out 2 1/1 tokens or 3 1/1 tokens for 3 mana. Rallying Roar, 3 mana, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn, and then you untap them. This is a good combat trick. It's more of a white combat trick than a green, but it's still not bad nonetheless. Then Raptor Companion, 2 mana, 3/1. Not much to say about that one. Kind of like the artwork though. It's like, hey, I'm a little raptor. I'm your raptor buddy. Ritual of Rejuvenation, 3 mana, instant to gain 4 life and draw a card. Yeah, I would have rather, it'd be a little better if it was a one and a, or a colorless and a white, or not colorless, but I mean a one and a white. Sheltering Light. This is going to be a definitely good one. Standard's definitely going to pick this one up. And a couple of decks, if it's like, especially if you do get to the mono white vampire deck down, that'd be nice. 1 mana, target creature gains indestructible into turn, then you draw scry 1. Okay, it's not bad. Shining Arosar, Aerosar or something. 5 mana, 3/4 flying. It's one of those vanilla type creatures, except with flying. It's one of those common ones. Skyblade of Legion, 2 mana, 1/3 flying vampire. I will say vampire decks, the 3-color commander vampire decks are going to benefit from this set really well with the white. Slash of Talons, 1 white, instant, deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Sorry, I had to pause it there for a second. So, yeah, it deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Just one of those combat tricks. It's kind of White's version of Shock in a sense, but just for creatures. Steadfast Armisar, 4 mana, 2/3 vigilance, deals damage equal to its toughness to target creature blocking or blocked by it. So it's just a way of, killing off a creature. And honestly, I think that I like the combat tricks on a creature for, say, instant or sorcery, just because of how handy they can be. Because you can be used more than just, taking up a space and in your deck. Because it's kind of like 2 cards in one in a sense. Sunrise Seeker, 5 mana for 3/3. Enters the battlefield, explores, and also has vigilance. So it's another human scout. Oh, looks like a dinosaur. What the? How is this a human? Oh, the human's on the dinosaur. Okay, now I see it. When you first look at it, kind of looks like there's just a dinosaur. And I'm like, that's not a dinosaur. It should be a dinosaur scout. That's not a human. But then I see the human on the dinosaur. Shouldn't it be a human knight scout? Or human scout knight or something? Territorial Hammer Skull, 3 mana, 2/3. Whenever attacks, tap target creature and opponent controls. So when you get done attacking, it triggers, taps down a creature. It's okay. Limited. Definitely for sure limited. Someone may try working it into standard, and that wouldn't be too bad. Vampire Zeal, 1 mana. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a vampire, it also gains for strike. It's a combat trick for vampires. Better for vampires. Air Elemental. This one's a reprint. I'm surprised I actually brought it back. I do like the art, though. I will say, I like the art on this one. You can see the face in the clouds. Cancels a reprint, so we don't even talk about that one. Depths of Desire. Return target creature to its owner's hand for 3 mana, and then you create a treasure token. This one is another one I would say it'd be better if it just cost 2. It would just make a little more sense, because you're only bouncing a creature, and that's just an unsummon with 1 blue. So you're adding 1 more colorless to give you a artifact mana. I know you could actually use it for another effect, but hey, it still wouldn't be too bad. Of course, it may be an uncommon at that point, if it was 1 and a blue, but hey, who knows. Dive Down, blue, target creature you control gets +0/+3 and gains hexproof till end of turn. So it's a protection effect. Actually, it's interesting because it may or may not be an option for merfolk in Modern, but I can't say that for sure. I think there's just so much other things you could use in Modern than just this. Unless you're going budget friendly, then this would be a definite good card to use, because you're beefing up your creature's toughness, as well as giving it hexproof so they can't target a lord or something. Like, you're doing more of a budget friendly merfolk deck. This is probably where you want that, because some of the green decks like to use Vines of Vastwood, 1 mana to give it hexproof, and then you pay 1 green more mana to, get +4/+4. So this one's, it's not too bad. Still a combat trick, though. Some combat tricks work, some don't. Some are better than others. Navigator's Ruin, 3 mana enchantments. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked with a creature this turn, target opponent puts the top 4 cards of his or library into his or graveyard. So you rate at the end of turn, so it's another one of those mill effects. One with the Wind. Someone's became one with the Wind. Enchanted creature with +2/+2 in flying. We've had similar enchantments like this in the past, like Spectral Flight. It's just common. It's okay. Come on, go back. Come on, go back. Hopefully you just go back to that spot. Thank you. Pirate's Prize. Draw 2 and create a treasure token. That makes mana, so it's not too bad. So you draw 2, and then you kind of net 1 mana, so you're essentially paying 3 to draw 2, and then you're still having 1 mana left. Then run aground, not run around. I was misreading that. You'd get rid of the G, it's a run around. That'd be a weird card name. 4 mana, put target artifact or creature on top of its owner's library. Yeah, it's definitely limited bomb. Sailor of the Means. 3 mana, 1/4, enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Just be any human pirate. It'll probably be used in pirate decks in Commander. Excuse me. Shaper Apprentice, 2 mana, 2/1. Has flying as long as you control another merfolk. Now this one's interesting. Because all you have to do is pay... if you're playing like a merfolk deck for Commander or Standard, yeah, it's not too bad. This will be definitely a card ran in Standard, I bet. Because if you have a merfolk that on turn 1 and you play this turn 2, you got a 2/1 flyer. And you can start beating in while you start bringing up your ground troops. But in the end, there may be better cards than this. There are some better cards than this. So, hey, it's an option there. Budget-friendly option, that's for sure. 2 mana, 2/1, Shipwreck Looter. Whenever it is battlefield, if you attacked, you may draw a card and discard a card. It's just a looter. So, yeah, if you enters, it loots. If you've at least tagged. Shorekeeper, 1 mana, 0/3. Pay 8, sacrifice it to draw 3 cards. It's okay. I do like that there's a different tribe on it. It's Trilobite. It's a Trilobite. What was a white one really quick? I think it was just a dinosaur. Simple dinosaur or something. No, it was a hound. Okay, so we got a hound there. A Trilobite there. So we'll see what the next 3 are. Siren Lookout, 3 mana, 1/2. There's battlefield. It explores. It's okay. It's limited and playable. Siren's Ruse, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield. If it's a pirate exiled this way, draw a card. So, if you want to use some flash effects with pirates, then Siren's Ruse is a way to go. Storm Sculptor, 4 mana, 3/2. Can't be blocked. Enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. Sorry about that. So, just one of those ones that is unblockable and can bounce a creature. A creature you control. So it's if you have a deck built around enter the battlefield effects, this is great. If not, then it's not really worth it. 4 mana, 2/3, enters the battlefield, tap all creatures target opponent's controls. This one's a really good one for merfolk. A way to tap down your opponent's creatures by just playing it. This is a weaker version of sleep on a body. That's pretty good. Standard, we'll probably use it in their merfolk deck. Modern, if they do, maybe a 1-of against creature decks. Just a 1-of. You pay 4, put this out, and you just tap theirs down and just bash in with the rest. Water Trap Weaver, 3 mana, 2/2, enters battlefield, tap target creature, and it doesn't untap. Just one of those vanilla kind of limited effects. I know in Standard a long time ago there was a white version. It was used in white weenie decks back in the original Zendikar block time. So this one could still show up. Who knows? Windstrider, 5 mana, 3/3, flash flying. Not much else to say about it. Just limited. Anointed Deacon, 5 mana, 3/3. Beginning of your turn, if you may have target vampire get +2/+0 until end of turn. Beginning of combat, sorry, not beginning of your turn. Sorry again. So yeah, it's not too bad. Beginning of combat, it's definitely gonna be a commander. It's not gonna be a commander stable, but it's gonna be commander viable. Blight Keeper, 1 black for 1/1. Here's the other one. So we got a Trilobite Hound and now a Bat Imp. That is weird. It's a Bat Imp. That's cool. Flying, and then you pay 8 to sacrifice it to drain an opponent for 4 life. Limited, definitely. It's like a late pick for limited. Contract and Killing, 5 mana. Destroy target creature, and then you create 2 treasure tokens. So you kill a creature, and it's kind of like a bounty hunter. Take the bounty, and you get the reward. That's just kind of the flavor of that. Outside of that, it really doesn't have much going for it. A Costly Plunder, 2 mana, additional casting cost. I'm sorry. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature and draw 2 cards. So we already have one that's like this from the original Zendikar block. But it only sacrificed a creature. So now this one sacrifices artifacts. So if you have treasure tokens to sacrifice, that's really good. Also, you can sacrifice other things. Modern might actually pick it up, because there's some options in Modern to an artifact decks to sacrifice. So this would be a pretty good card to use for card draw. Dark Nourishment, 5 mana, deals 3 damage to a creature player, and you gain 3 life. Just one of those drain effects, but it's instant speed. Some of them in the past, I think, were sorcery speed, so this one's good. For limited, of course. Dire Fleet Interloper. 4 mana, 2/2 menace. Then when it is the battlefield, explores. Just another limited card. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. 4 mana, 3/3. There's a battlefield. Destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Yeah. Another limited. Grim Captain's Call. 3 mana. Return a pirate card from your graveyard to your hand. Then do the same for a vampire, dinosaur, and merfolk. Wow, this one is interesting. If you want to make it just a janky deck that has pirates, vampires, dinosaurs, and merfolk in it, then go for it. This is go for it. Go for it. Heartless Pilgrimage, 3 mana. Target opponent discards 2 cards. So it's mind rot, but it also says if you attack with a creature, you can create a treasure token. So you get a little extra mana out of it. It's not too bad. March of the Drowned, 1 mana. So this is just basically, I don't remember the name right off. Ghoulcaller's Chant. Yes, this is Ghoulcaller's Chant for pirates. And I like how in in this one, March of the Drowned are skeletons, kind of like the Curse of the Black Pearl, zombies. That's what they remind me of. So yeah, this one's definitely on flavor, and honestly, it's a really good card for getting pirates back. And also it also works with what's that? It's like from the Lorwyn Shadowmoor block. Something nothingness or something where target creature gets +3, -3, and it is a changeling, so this card can get that back. So if you do build like a Pauper Pirates, you could use that card too. I do actually use the zombie version, and I use that in there. Mark of the Vampire, 4 mana, enchantment, gets +2/+2 lifelink. It's just a simple vanilla, limited card nonetheless. Queen's Agent, 6 mana, 3/3 lifelink, and when it enters, you explore, so you can actually just pump it up to a 4/4. It's just a vanilla vampire. It's not that exciting. Seeker's Squire, 2 mana, 1/2, and then it explores when it enters the battlefield, so we can become a 2/3. I don't know why it's uncommon though. I don't know. I see that more being a common than uncommon. Skymarch Bloodletter. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm awake, but I just don't know what's wrong with my yawning. So, sorry if I yawn throughout the rest of this video. I'm trying not to. Skymarch Bloodletter, 3 mana, 2/2, flying. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent, loses life, gain a life. It's just a vanilla little creature for vampires. Vampire Pauper may use it if they ever make a Vampire Pauper, but other than that, nah. Spreading Rot, 5 mana, destroy target land. Its controller loses 2 life. Just a simple. I don't even say that would be played at all. And really anywhere. Limited, maybe not at all. Vanish Week, 3 mana, destroy target creature with the power of 3 or less. So this is definitely going to be probably used, well, definitely in limited, and maybe in constructed for standard. I don't see it really anywhere else. Yeah, I don't even know if I'd see it in standard. It's 3 mana, but yeah, we'll see. Boned Horn Crest. 4 mana, 5/5, can't attack or block alone. Just one of those type of creatures, nonetheless. The next 2 cards are Reprints, Demolish, and Dual Shot. I don't really need to go over them. Dual Shot, if you remember, actually had a guy shoot an archer, so shooting with the arrow. So yeah, this one's just a new art. Fathom Fleet Firebrand, 2 mana, 2/2, gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Another vanilla, 3 mana, and then Fury Cannonade, 3 mana, deals 2 damage to target. Oh, I'm sorry. Fury Cannonade deals 2 damage to each non-pirate creature. Whoa, that one's really good. I will admit, like, not too long ago, they made a Eyed Blight's Ending or something where it does -2/-2 to non-elves. I kind of wish that one was like 1 in black for that. Or 1 black-green for that or something, but hey, it's whatever. But this one's not too bad, though. This is pretty good. It's instant speed, destroys non-pirates. Like, yeah, like, it's just one of those types of cards. So it's a really good one. Constructed will definitely be picking that up. Fire Cannon Blast. 3 mana, sorcery, deals 3 damage to target creature. If you attack with a creature with raid, it deals 6 damage instead. So you essentially do 6 damage. So, Fire Shrine Keeper. Here's an elemental, one of the cycle. A 1 for a 1/1, but has menace, and then it deals 3 damage to each up to 2 target creatures if you pay 8 to sacrifice it. Yeah, I don't know, Popper, if you'd actually do it, but oh no, it's just a removal. It doesn't target the player. If it targeted a creature or player, then that would make sense. You could try to do a ramp deck with this, but it wouldn't work that way anyways. Frenzy Raptor, 3 mana, 4/2, vanilla creature. Not much to say about it. Headstrong Brute, 3 mana, 3/3, can't block. Has menace as long as you control another pirate. So if you played a pirate on turn 2, you got this one on turn 3. Really what it is. Nothing much else to it. Hijack, this one's an interesting one. Gain control of target artifact or creature. Untap it against haste till end of turn. So this is kind of it has that flavor feel for, you're hijacking excuse me, a ship. So hey, it works that way. Then you got a 2 mana 2/1 haste and Nest Robber. Well, it's not too bad. It's kind of interesting. Nest robbing dinosaur thief. Rummaging Goblin, 3 mana, discard a card to draw a card by tapping it. I think that's a reprint. I think that's actually a reprint. That's kind of it's kind of an interesting reprint. And I like the picture too. Stone Fleet Pyromancer, 5 mana, 3/2. As long as you've attacked, it deals 2 damage to each creature or player. At least if you've attacked. Sure Strike, 2 mana. Target creature gets +3/+0 until end of turn and gains first strike. Well, I mean both. Yeah. That's just another vanilla combat, or not vanilla, but limited combat trick. Still pretty good though, gaining first strike and +3/+0. It's not bad for limited. Swashbuckling. That's a cool name. 2 mana, enchanted creature gets +2/+2 in haste. Looks like this is a cycle. I think that is a cycle. I think we've already seen. Yeah, I think we've seen this cycle, but I'm not gonna go back. 4 mana, 3/3. As long as you control another dinosaur, it gets +2/+0 in trample. So you can play a 4 mana 5/3 trampler. That's not bad in like Commander limited. Then we got the Archer. I don't know how to pronounce that, but when it enters the battlefield, you may have it fight another target creature. The only thing I think that would make this a really good uncommon is if it had Death Touch and Reach. Oh, that would have been so insane, wouldn't it? 3 mana for 1/4 Reach, Death Touch. Right off the bat, it's a great blocker. And then when it enters the battlefield, you fight. Oh, yeah, that would have been good. So you automatically kind of kill a creature, if not trade, and go from there. So, but other than that, it's kind of a okay card. You're going to deal 1 damage to a creature. You get to kill off all these 1/1s, any 1/1s that are out there, or 2/1s or whatever. Blinding Fog, 3 mana, prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures this turn, and creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. So it's an okay fog effect, gaining hexproof, but dealt 2 creatures. It doesn't deal, so they can still get through, and it's just a combat trick. It's not an actual fog, it's just a combat trick. Blossom Dryad, 3 mana 2/2, it untaps the land. It's just one of those good standard ones. If there's anything in standard that may make infinite mana, this will be probably part of it. Colossal Dreadmaw, 6 mana, 6/6 Trampler. Not much to say about it. Good and limited. Crash the Ramparts, 3 mana. Target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample until end of turn. It's just one of those type of combat tricks again. Vanilla, not vanilla, limited bomb. Not limited bomb, but just a limited card. Crushing Canopy, 3 mana, destroy a creature with flying or an enchantment. I think this card would have been a little bit better if it also had the option to destroy an artifact. That would have made this card a little bit better. Outside of that, it's you may see the sideboardable and limited if you go drafting. Deep Root Warrior, 2 mana 2/2, becomes blocked, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So just a way of you attack, it gets blocked, and blocked once it gets bigger. 4 mana Emerge Growth, target creature gets +5/+5, and must be blocked this turn if able. So it's kind of a mini lure effect. So it actually wouldn't be too bad. Of course, you want combat tricks at instant speed, but this is a way to bait out killing a creature with one of your creatures. Then Ixalan's Keeper, 2 mana 2/2. That's another one of the last cycle. It's probably the biggest creature. Target creature gets +5/+5 trample until end turn for 8 mana, and sacrificing this. So it's just I'm going to kill this off to kill you off with this creature. Ixalan's Diviner, 2 mana 0/3, enters battlefield, it explores. That's really all to it. So another, limited card, if that. Jade Guardian, 4 mana 2/2, enters battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on it. On target merfolk you control, so you can put it on her or someone else. And this has hexproof, so you can go 4 mana 3/3, and you have a hexproof merfolk. Jungle Delver. 1 mana 1/1, you pay 4 to play +1/+1 counter on this. So if you have excess mana later game, this is not too bad of a card. If you have a green merfolk deck and commander, this would be a good card, especially if you have a lot of mana you need to put mana somewhere. There you go. Just start pumping up this merfolk. Other than that, it'll probably be limited and maybe standard, if that. New Horizons, 3 mana, enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And then Enchanted Land has tap, add 2 of any one color to your mana pool. We have a lot of different these type of enchantment effects coming out nowadays, so we'll start to see more of them like this. So it's good ramp for standard if you get a deck built around it, so you can kind of ramp into the big stuff. Pounce, 2 mana, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So this is the instant speed fighting effect. So you can just go, okay, I'm just going to have, this is green's removal, basically. This is how green removes creatures, but it also kind of kills off a creature. Possibly. River Herald's Boon, 2 mana, instant, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and a +1/+1 counter onto up to one merfolk. So you can pump 2 creatures if you need to. So it's not that bad. Verdant Rebirth, 2 mana, until end of turn. Whenever that target creature gains, when this creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. And then you draw a card. So you have a way of protecting a creature. So if it dies, it goes to your hand and you draw a card. So it's not too bad. Good way to, it's a good combat trick to get a card back that's about to die that you can recast again. Cobble Wings, just a reprint. Equipment that gives flying. Elaborate Fire Cannon, 2 mana, doesn't untap. You pay 4 to tap it to deal 2 damage to target creature player, and then at the beginning upkeep, you may discard a card if you do untap this. So it's kind of a trickier way to untap it. Unless you have another way to untap this card. Gilded Sentinel, 4 mana, 3/3. That's vanilla 4 mana, 3/3. It's just a hill giant, an artifact. So everyone has a hill giant. Hierophant, however you say this, Chalice. 3 mana, enters the battlefield. You drain opponent for 1 life and gain a life, and then you add a colorless to your mana pool. It's just a mana rock. It's just a limited mana rock nonetheless. Prying Blade, 1 mana, or 1 play 2 to equip. Equip creature gets +1/+0. When it deals combat damage, you create an artifact token. It's really a treasure token. Then Unknown Shores is the last reprint, and then we got the basics. So that is the rest of Ixalan. So I'll probably not be doing Magic spoilers for quite a while now. On top of the fact, well, unless there's some other little sets that come out in the future, I think I will cover the from the Vault set that comes out, or if there's anything else that comes out this year. But outside of that, nothing much is going to be coming out. So I might not be doing a lot of Magic videos much now until probably beginning of next year. But I may still throw another one here and there. So if you like what I'm doing with Magic, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about Ixalan. Do you like how the changes, or the tribes that are in Ixalan? And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a wonderful day.